Have you ever traveled through time? We do it every day.
Asgardia is a country with a population of more than 1 million people from more than 200 countries on Earth. Asgardia gives everyone equal opportunities, no matter what their earthly status is.
It is possible to create and live in the future right now. Are you ready? Forward progress is the solution to the entire human race. Our mission is to bridge new horizons. In Asgardia, there is no limit to the universal development in the fields of technology, finance, and arts. Asgardia is a new space and digital economy which creates opportunities for the global economy. We deliver innovations. Do you want to get on board with us? We are developing various kinds of digital businesses, attracting them to the Asgardia platform that can be backed by the means of our umbrella, i.e. franchising of the Asgardia brand. We can not only attract investments into space programs from prominent institutional investors, but also affordable amounts from the citizens of Asgardia. We comprise of more than 1 million people.
Asgardia is a chance to realize one's dream. This is a dream-driven space nation. Asgardia is a chance to belong to a community of free-thinking enthusiasts, goal-driven dreamers, and fearless innovators, theorists, and scientists.
We are the first space nation. One humanity, one unity.
Asgardia.
We are creating
The future.
Ariadne, tell us about the eclipse.
Yes, I am in the train and the tunnel. I don't know if the connection is okay or not. Yeah, we return to Madrid in this moment. Beautiful eclipse. Yeah. I'm ready for the out also. I'm flying to my country tomorrow. Yes, but the best situation is I'm flying to the past. And I'm arrived not in Saturday, in Friday. That's good. That's good. What is? Oh, now I can see all of you. Hi. Hi, Daniel. Hi. Hi, the beauty share. Now it's 8 o'clock. 8 for them. Yes. In this side of the world. Not the 12 of the morning.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi,
lovely.
Yeah, sorry,
Hey, Peter.
sorry about the delay. The previous meeting overran a bit, and I have to reset things before we go into this one. I think we're live. I'll just clean the lens. Hopefully that's okay. Good to see you all. That's better. Good to see you, Ariadne. Thanks. Well, I'll come to you in a minute.
Yes, I'm in the railroad to Madrid.
So, yeah, I can't. So my phone has actually died. I think we're live. So thank you everybody for being here. Good to see you. Dan, you looking like you're in a nightclub.
It's my basement where I work. So but yes, it looks like a nightclub. It's really not. It helps keep me chill while I work. So yeah.
Well, good to see you all. And good to see half of Peter's head. Not what's happened to the rest of you. That's better. Right. I'm David Tobin, the Chair of Parliament of Asgardia, the world's first space nation. Our mission is to enhance the chance of having a child born in space under ethical and medically safe conditions. And secondly, to create the first permanent human space habitation in orbit or on the moon or beyond. Those are the two things we're really working hard to achieve. In so doing, of course, we have a lot of other things to do too. These are informal weekly occasions, although sometimes they do become quite long, as the previous meeting did. I try to keep it short before a digital sitting because I'm asking you to be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What really matters is that we can make progress in some very important areas, and I'll share some of these now. I said a bit more with the chairs, but some of this will be mentioned officially at the digital sitting. So let me begin. I had the honor of spending time with the head of nation, Dr. Igor Ashabeli, also with the head of administration, Dorin Prenariu, and the Prime Minister, Salvos Mouzakitis, and some others from the staff at the Corfu Summit. That's an annual occasion, which takes place usually in August in the north of Corfu. In the previous meeting, I calculated that we probably spent around 17 hours in meetings. So it's a long meeting in 4 sessions, I think it was in total. So the first thing I'm going to cover is this. I'm not going to go through all the detail. I went into more detail with the chairs, but we can talk about this in more detail at the weekend on Saturday. Basically, we have a game plan for the year ahead, and announcements will be made at the digital sitting about what some of that is, and that's very important. Moving on to the second point, which is to highlight 3 things from the meeting. The Asgardia Antarctica Act was a centerpiece of the discussions, with very heavy involvement by particularly the head of nation and the Prime Minister, who's also a lawyer. I have said many times I'm fairly agnostic about the content. I don't want to impose my views on this team. I want you to make these judgments for yourself. And also, I tend to defer to the head of nation and the Prime Minister, because it's not really my role to make every decision happen the way I want it. It's my role to make sure that the right decisions are made. So on that one, I think what really matters is that we recognize the importance of the debate on the Antarctica Asgardia Act, and based on, and I'll let Peter come in at the end to talk about what happened at the meeting just now. But based on that, I'm going to simplify the agenda so that we focus only really in terms of the Asgardia Antarctica on the Act and not everything else. I'm going to make the legislation, the voting simpler for this one because Antarctica is so important. That's a very impressive view, by the way, Ariadne. Are you on a train? Very good. It looks like a film set. Make sure that Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid don't try and steal from you at some point. So I'm going to simplify the agenda because we have to. I realize now we'll probably have a lot of debate on the Saturday about the AAA Asgardia Antarctica Act. And I just want us to be able to get all the ideas out there. You don't have to vote for or against it. It's your decision if you say yes, no, or abstain. It'll be at the second reading because technically that's where we got. I meant to say that in the previous meeting. But that's going to be a very, very big deal. Thirdly, you'll be voting on the continuing acting ministry of Nigel Evans, who has been acting minister and has agreed to continue. He's a very important element because he has huge contacts. I asked him on one occasion, which countries can you connect us with? And he said all of them. which I tend to believe is true. So there's that. And then there'll be some other matters as well, but those are the big ones. Moving on, therefore, to the third point, I'm hoping that the chairs of committees will do their reports. With the exception of Ferda, there's no obligations. Ferda has had some very bad news. Her sister has died. She has had a very difficult year, and our thoughts are with her. So, just at a personal level, I hope that we will all share in giving her our best wishes. It's been such a difficult time for her, and someone as wonderful as her, nobody really deserves it, but it seems so cruel that somebody as wonderful as her has to put up with all of these terrible things all the time. Two more things. As usual, the digital sitting, which I'm focusing on today, I don't want to distract us from that. The digital sitting will begin at the usual time tomorrow, 1700 UTC, and then it'll go through to the Saturday and Sunday on the usual timings. And I hope that you can attend. It's really important we get a quorum. Always is really important we get a quorum. And I'd appeal to those who don't tend to show up. You have a responsibility to attend, and technically, if you don't turn up, then I have the discretion to remove you from Parliament. I don't want to do that. I want the people, the 136, I think, I had to check the exact number, something like 136, to be 136 active people. It's not obligatory to come to these meetings, but it is expected that you attend the parliamentary sittings, because it's not helpful to us to have sleeping members. We need to have people much more active. So please, if you're watching this and looking at it retrospectively, please make the effort to attend and vote and participate in the debate. Final thing is this. Head of Nation is totally dedicated to the future of Asgardia and has altered his portfolio of activities to do so. And every time I meet him, I'm in no doubt that he is serious about it. The best thing you can do is join the app, the Asgardia app, which is very easy. You'll find it on the App Store. I'm no expert on these sorts of things, but you'll find it on the App Store. And with the App Store, you'll be able to download it like any other app. And there's an entire community of Asgardians there. And we should really have millions of people on that, because those people are much more likely to become residents as well. But the thing you can do, wherever you are in the world, or if you're in this meeting, please just take 2 minutes to download the app, and you'll find everything there, including communications channels. You'll find me there. Head of Nation watches it. He's very active on it in the same way that Elon Musk is on X a lot. So the best thing you can do today when we finish is sign up for the app. And that really matters. Also, to stress, I'm going to simplify the agenda for the weekend so that we really can focus on things that matter. I'd rather have a short meeting than a meeting where everything gets chaotic. And everyone's allowed to say anything they want. There's no censorship. As long as people are polite and they don't swear, everybody's allowed to say what they want. And that's how we make progress. My job, more than anything else, is to make Asgardia work, not to make Asgardia think in a certain way. So I'm glad that we've got these great lines here. Bring your mind and yourself to the digital sitting this weekend. Peter, and then we'll ask for any other contributions.
Thank you, Lambert. Yes, we had a bit of an exciting meeting a little bit earlier. We had a lot of passion. We often do, but we had a lot of passion, mainly about the Antarctic Act, which we know is very, very important to Head of Nation, and very important to some of the protagonists in our meeting who've had a lot to do with framing the legislation. But passions did not overcome us because we're too mature politically for that to happen. But passions were getting raised, and we had to. I had to try and calm it down a little bit, and it did. And everybody behaves because we're all friends above all, with a common cause. And I think that's how I like to describe us in Asgardia: friends with a common cause. And when the common cause sometimes veers off a little, it can be difficult, but it's important. And that's what we talked about tonight, about the Antarctic Act and where we're going to go with that. And there's some work going to be done in the background after this meeting tonight by those who have had a lot to do with framing the prospective legislation. So don't think it's easy. It might be easy when you're a backbencher, as some of you are, but it's not easy trying to run, as it were, a parliament that comes out of the ether. It wasn't there 10 years ago, and it is now. And I mean, I come from a parliamentary background where we've had the parliament in the same form for hundreds and hundreds of years, with all the frameworks laid out. We don't now. What we do have is enthusiasm and sometimes, like tonight, passion and oftentimes determination. And whilst it may not always be what you want, that the person next to you says, it's what we all want generally. And we are friends with a common cause. We proved that tonight, and long may that continue. There's not much more to say, Lambert. Those who weren't there, who couldn't be, they would have kind of enjoyed it, I guess, had they been, and would have enjoyed the enthusiasm and the passion and the fact that we overran, so your meeting started late, for which my apologies. That's the weakness of your chairman of the committee. But we got there. We got there, and we always will get there. We always will get there. And thank you, Lambert, for what. And can I just thank John Fine, who I don't always agree with. In fact, very rarely do I agree with him. but his enthusiasm, if we could bottle it, we could sell it and make a fortune for Asgardia. So thank you, all of you who are there. Keep coming. Keep being passionate. Keep the faith.
Thank you, Peter. Let's open it to everyone. I'd like to keep this fairly short just because we've got a lot of work to do tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. But I'm open to everyone, including DJ Dan.
I don't have anything, Limit. I am.
Okay.
It all sounds good. It sounds positive and it inspires hope. So it's good.
When you're unmuted, I half expected to hear Saturday Night Fever playing in the background.
Right.
Anybody else? We don't need to have a long meeting because we will be able to share everything tomorrow from 1700 UTC right through to usually about 1730 on Sunday. Okay, let's keep it short. And let's meet tomorrow. I want to summarize. Raise your hands if you want to say anything. I'm not trying to stop you discussing things. It's just I know that it gets repetitive if we do this tonight and do it again tomorrow. Let me summarize. First of all, I'm going to simplify the legislation. Sorry, the voting, so that we just have the AAA rather than the consequential legislation, because it's going to get too messy. And I realized that from the conversation at the chair's meeting. I showed the others. This is the paperwork from the Corfu summit. It's about 140 pages. This is just one of the things. AAA was just one of the things we're discussing. We're talking everything, from countries where we're represented through to foreign ministry activity and everything else. So that's why I don't want to keep us too long tonight, but to say that we need to get the AAA right. It's just important. And everyone can say anything they want and we'll have a vote. The head of nation is very invested in this, and the Prime Minister has been very involved too. So let's just see what we have, and let's just see what happens. Carl, you've got your hand up.
Good day, Mr. Chair.
Hi.
I am keeping my camera off because it is currently, we have power issues at the moment, but I would just like to ask whether we are to expect some changes in the agenda documents that were sent over email.
Yeah, I'm going to simplify it. It's based on the fact that there's quite a lot of controversy over the AAA. There's no point in having everybody having to try to decide the consequential legislation, things which are dependent on the nature of the main legislation, if we haven't agreed that yet. So I'm going to simplify it. I don't know quite how. As soon as we finish this, I'm going to speak to Linda, the parliamentary coordinator, and simplify it. So I'll probably have four things to vote on, and then we can do everything else the next time. It's my mistake because I didn't think, it's obvious to me now, it wasn't obvious to me before, so admitting that the previous meeting incidentally made me realize I needed to change the agenda. So my mistake, because we're basically saying vote yes or no for this and vote yes or no for that, but the second stuff is only relevant if the first thing goes through. It was basically buying tires for a car you haven't bought yet. That's the problem. That's quite a good analogy, actually. No, I don't want to do that.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
No problem. Anybody else? Okay. Well, let me say that I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm going to have to spend all night and most of tomorrow dealing with this now, getting everything ready. It's late on because I've said to colleagues here, it didn't make sense for me to have the digital sitting before I met the head of nation. And I knew there was going to be a tight timing because any later, we're going to get the absolute peak of the Northern Hemisphere's downtime. Even this isn't ideal, but I wanted to get this through this meeting. And then we'll have other further meetings, of course, as the year goes on. So that's why the timings are a bit strange. But we've got to try and do it. And please, I beg you all again, please attend, even if it's just for the voting on the Saturday. Whatever you can do to be there is important. And to colleagues who don't normally come, just remember, you're supposed to attend at least every other sitting. Technically, I'm authorised at my discretion to remove people from the Parliament if they haven't attended twice in a row. And I don't like doing that. People have their reasons. But we could do that. I want an active Parliament where everybody's really in the field. Everyone's kicking the ball. Because otherwise, why be there? And we are actually doing things for all humankind. If you'd like to join Asgardia, it's very simple. Go to the Asgardia Space Nation site. And incidentally, everyone on planet Earth can join the app. You don't have to be in Asgardia to join the app. So go there, become a follower, ideally become a resident, pay €100 a year, not a month, a year, let me stress that, and sign up for the app. And when you sign up for the app, you'll see there's an entire community hard at work there in helping us create something special for humanity in space. That's all I had for tonight. Thanks everybody for this in the previous meeting. I got my work cut out. I'm going to simplify the agenda in response to the points made in the previous meeting. I'm going to send the document, publish the document for all to see in terms of the Asgardia Antarctic Act as it stands. And then we can have a conversation about that tomorrow and beyond. Also, there'll be an announcement about the 12th of October on Saturday. What are we doing for the 10th anniversary? There's some commitment required from colleagues, but there's also an offer from the head of nation. Great. Thank you, everybody. We can stop the recording. We got to...